Good morning, reception and nursery. Today's a very special day. It's Friday the 8th of May and today is a day called VE Day. VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. And it's a bank holiday today as well, so lots of grown-ups don't have to go to work today. So I'm going to be telling you a little bit about VE Day and why we celebrate it. Where we live. Have a look at this map. Can you see this is where we live? This is the United Kingdom. So up at the top here is Scotland. And this bit here is Ireland. This piece here is Wales. And this part in the middle is England. And that's where we live. We live down the bottom here near London in Dagenham. We all live in Dagenham and our school is in Dagenham. So we're all in England, which is part of the United Kingdom. This is the flag of the United Kingdom. It's called the Union Jack. And you see there's a red cross, which is England. And then we've got the blue flag and we've got another red cross here. And that's all for Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland together. It's called the Union Jack. And you might see lots of houses decorated with these flags today because we're celebrating VE Day. I wonder if you've got any of these in your house. Or maybe you could make some. I've been busy making Union Jack flags like this to hang in my garden, and I'm going to show you those a bit later on. The Second World War. So a long time ago, 75 years ago, there was a war, which is when lots of countries were fighting each other. It was a really difficult time, and all of the soldiers in the army and the pilots in the Air Force and the soldiers in the Navy, they all had to go and fight to save our country because there was a really bad man and it was a very, very scary time. Here's a soldier, look here, going off to the war, and here's one of the aeroplanes that the RAF would fly. As well as the soldiers going to fight, some of the children had to move out of the big cities to stay safe. They had to leave their families and stay with other people, because it was so dangerous. And the food was rationed to make sure everyone had enough. It means there wasn't much food at all. You couldn't just go to the shops and get whatever you wanted. You were given special package with just a little bit of food in that was enough for one person. And that's all you were allowed to get because there wasn't enough food. See, all these children have got their parcels of things, and they're going off to live with some other families where it was safe, because in the big cities and the big towns, the bad guys were dropping bombs and they were being really dangerous and it wasn't safe to be there. So they had to go and live in the country with other people for a few years. That's very, very scary, isn't it? Glad that we don't have to do that. We're safe at home with our families because there's no war. We're really lucky. On the 8th of May, which is the same day as today, Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister, he said to all of us in the United Kingdom that the war was finished. Hooray! There he is. He's on the radio. There wasn't TV or the internet. They had to just use the radio and listen. And that he said the war is over. Here he is. How do you think the people felt when Winston Churchill said the war was over? Well, that's right, they were so happy. They had an enormous celebration. The VE, Victory in Europe Day celebrations were a big party out in the street, and all the neighbours got together. They had food together and drinks together. They put up flags and bunting and they danced with each other and had a massive party. Isn't that wonderful? Because they're all celebrating that they are safe and the war is finished. And every day on this day, the 8th of May, we celebrate VE Day in England and the UK and in the whole of Europe. And we celebrate in lots of different ways, like having a picnic in your garden or singing songs to remember that important day when the war finished. And this year is extra special because it's been 75 years since the war finished, which is amazing, such a long time. Are you going to be doing anything to celebrate VE Day today? I have set some challenges for you on the website that maybe you could have a picnic in your garden or make a flag, just like we've seen here. And later on today, I'm going to take you into my garden when I'm celebrating and teach you a special song. Here we go. You might have seen some planes this morning flying over Dagenham. It was about 10 o'clock they flew over in a V shape, and that's called the Red Arrows. And later on they'll be shooting smoke through the sky in red and white and blue colours, just like our flag. You might even be able to see that on the TV if you like. If you've celebrated VE Day today and you have some pictures, I'd love for you to send them to me. And if you want to celebrate a bit more, there's a special activity on YouTube called Drama Tots VE Day celebration. And I've just done it with my family. We had so much fun learning and playing, singing and dancing all about Victory in Europe. I will put the link on the school website. I'll see you all a bit later for that special song. Bye!